We live in an era filled with uncertainty. We face various fears that come from different directions, ranging from worries about the future to the fear of failure, or even the fear of illness and death. In situations like these, Stoic philosophy can be a source of inspiration and relevant wisdom. Today, I will take you on a philosophical journey that will change the way you view fear. You will learn how to rationalize your fears, overcome the fear of failure, and even face the greatest fear of all, the fear of death. This is a journey towards wisdom that will free you from the shackles of fear and help you lead a more meaningful life. I will take you on a philosophical journey that will change the way you view fear. You will learn how to rationalize your fears, overcome the fear of failure, and even face the greatest fear of all, the fear of death. This is a journey towards wisdom that will free you from the shackles of fear and help you lead a more meaningful life. So, get ready to absorb the teachings of the Stoics that will inspire you and make you want to subscribe. Let's get started. Fear is a natural human reaction to uncertainty. However, the Stoics teach us to understand that many of the fears we experience are actually irrational and rooted in our worries about things beyond our control. So, how can we face them? Let's take a look. First, we need to understand that we have control over how we respond to events around us. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control what happens in the external world, we have control over our reactions and attitudes toward those events. By recognizing this, we can begin to confront fear wisely. The first step is to rationalize our fears. One of Epictetus's teachings is to use philosophy as a tool to help us understand our fears. He suggests that we should reflect on our fears, examine their roots, and determine if these fears are truly rational. Often, we will find that our fears lack a strong basis. For example, the fear of losing a job. Are we truly afraid of losing the job itself? Or are we afraid of how others will perceive us if we lose our job? This is an unfounded fear because we cannot control how others see us. Furthermore, we need to differentiate between needs and wants. The Stoics teach us not to depend on things that are not essential in our lives. Many of our fears actually stem from our dependency on material possessions or societal status that is not truly necessary. By rationalizing what is genuinely needed in our lives, we can reduce our fears. Once we have reflected on our fears and rationalized them, the next step is to learn from our experiences. This is a crucial concept in Stoic philosophy. We must understand that fear is a natural part of life, and in many cases, facing it is the best way to grow and evolve. For instance, when we face failure, it can be a valuable lesson. We can learn from our mistakes and use them as opportunities for personal growth. The Stoics believe that when we confront fear wisely, we can become stronger, wiser, and better prepared to face future challenges. Next, the Stoics teach us not to rely too heavily on the approval or judgment of others. This is highly relevant in a modern world that often obsesses over how we are perceived by others. Epictetus said, "If you are tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your own integrity. If you need a witness, be your own." So, how can we overcome the fear of others' judgment? The Stoics teach us to focus on our actions and values, rather than what others think. We should understand that we cannot control how others perceive us, but we can control our actions and responses. Moreover, we must recognize that many fears of others' judgments are the result of our own insecurities. We are often too hard on ourselves and fear failure. However, the Stoics teach us to accept that we are not perfect, and failure is a natural part of life. Finally, the Stoics teach us to confront the fear of death. Death is one of the most fundamental fears that often underlies many other fears. Epictetus said, "I cannot escape death, but at least I can escape the fear of it." The Stoics believe that by reflecting on death regularly, we can change our perception of it. Memento mori, which means, remember that you will die, is a concept that reminds us that life is short, and we must cherish every moment we have. By accepting death as a natural part of life, we can reduce our fear of it. We can also come to appreciate our lives more than ever before, living each moment with full awareness. In a world full of uncertainty like today, Stoic philosophy can be a valuable guide to facing fear wisely. We can learn to reflect on our fears, rationalize them, learn from our experiences, not rely too heavily on the judgment of others, and confront the fear of death. By doing so, we can lead a life that is wiser, stronger, and braver. Let's apply the teachings of Stoic philosophy in our everyday lives and become more prosperous and meaningful individuals. Thank you for joining us on this philosophical journey. If you feel inspired and want to continue gaining insights on facing fear wisely, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to like it if you enjoyed the content. Together, we can lead a more meaningful and braver life. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.